It's Katie Scott again, and I'm doing rapid fire sharing of my old December daily albums. And so I wanted to share something from yesterday with you on my December daily album for 2013. This is it, and I've been making process videos, and some of them are, 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Others of the videos go from like 40, 45 minutes. I had one, I think a few days ago, that was actually 50 minutes. So when I made my page yesterday, this is December 9th, I was like, let's get this thing done. And so I did an 8-minute video, and this is my album. And looking back through my old albums, my biggest complaint is not enough journaling. And so when I popped these photos into the album last night and made my video, I was like, this is great, all done. 8 minutes, bada bing, bada boom, it's finished, and I'm going to call it a day, which I think would be fine, but I also think that I missed out on telling a story, and I think it's so important to tell your stories as they're happening, because I can go back and look at, Christmas from 2009 and try to fill in those gaps, or especially, like, this is my Christmas memories book. And if I go back, like some years I did a lot of journaling, that's awesome. And then there's other years where there's some, but there's a lot to be missed. And there's some years, I want to say, okay, here we go, 2007. I have a couple pictures, but no journaling whatsoever. And I can remember what I remember now about these photos and fill in the gaps, and I should most likely do that. But if I would have journaled back in 2007 onto these pages, it would be so much richer than it is now, regardless of how good or not good, how great or poor my writing skills were. So there's a new free class over at Get It Scrapped, and I'm on the creative team over at Get It Scrapped. But this class is, and so a lot of times I do things to promote the Get It Scrapped classes, not only because I love them, but I also, on my blog, I have an affiliate program where I can earn a percentage of the classes. But that's not really why I share the Get It Scrapped classes, because there's other affiliate programs I could use and don't. But I have a scrapbook crush on Debbie Hodge. I am totally in love with her brain, because she organizes everything so well and makes it so easy. So a new product that she's got a lot of new products right now. So if you haven't been over to Get It Scrapped or Masterful Scrapbook Design in a while, I would encourage you to just go over there and poke around. There is a blog that's completely free to look at, and the creative team, we have articles that are written by like Debbie Hodge or Amy Kingsford or Tammy Taylor, and they use the scrapbook layouts from the creative team, and so you get those, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 times a week. So you get, like, here's ways to scrapbook with, confetti or whatever, and you get all these different examples. It's really cool. She's also got Masterful Scrapbook Design, which is like usually 4 to 8 teachers. She changes up the format every year to make it interesting. But they will tackle a topic. Like this month's topic is color. And so you get all month long inspiration about color. And there's live chats, and there's live crops. And there's just a lot of interaction. So, and that's the Masterful Scrapbook Design is the paid for part of that website, but Get It Scrapped blog is free, and so is so is her new product called Swoop. So this is free, and meaning you don't have to pay for it. So Swoop is a free tool for swooping in to tell the stories of your life now. So this is actually the printout from the Swoop. So what it does is you put in your picture into the website, and then it has like different questions about the picture, and then you just jot down your notes. And then what she does, after you put in all of your notes, Then she gives you an example of, here's a photo with some really great journaling. And then she tells you how to make your notes, how to take your notes and put them into a format that's going to be more interesting to read to the reader. It's very specific. So she, take the immediate situation and then put it into the larger context and then give your concrete details. So it's like a writing class, and it's just so simple. So I took this photo and I put it into Swoop, and I wrote down my notes. So how does this photo make you feel? Happy and proud of my son. I got to take him around to our office referral sources, and he helped me hand out this year's Christmas gift, very soft blankets. And most people we visited I've known for 15 to 20 years, so they've watched my son grow up, and he's almost as tall as I am now, so it was so much fun to show him off and see him interacting with my business associates. And then what are the concrete details? And I picked him up at school. It was a beautiful sunny day here in Florida. Mac loved how cozy those blankets were, and I go into all of the details about that and just keep going. And so I did the process, and I hope that I make Debbie proud because I wrote the story and I didn't follow the directions exactly, but I think I still came up with a pretty good little story, and definitely a better story than no journaling whatsoever. So I'm just going to read the story that goes with the photo. So here's the story. A bright, sunny December day in Florida. Not too hot, not too cold. Just the right amount of coolness in the air to make a warm, cozy blanket seem like the perfect annual office gift. I bought about 20 blankets a few months ago in anticipation of this day. A perfect day for this annual job of mine, hand delivering the office gifts. And today I would get a helper. Okay, right now I'm going to take a little sip of coffee so my voice gets a little better. Hold on. Excuse me. Some water. Okay. I picked up Mac from school, just him, since his sister was in her after-school science club. It was nice to have the time just for the two of us, a rare treat. It was the first time in a long time that he told me he had a good day at school in the 6th grade. It has been a challenging year because of starting a new school, adjusting to the demanding homework schedule, and making new friends. Maybe things are going to start to get easier for him, I hope. Before heading out, we hit the book fair, and I let him pick out whatever books he wanted. $50 worth of books about geology, rocks, the Guinness Book of World Records, Wimpy Kid, river monsters, etc. Money well spent. I am participating in December Daily, a scrapbook album concept created by Ali Edwards, and I needed a photo or two for today, so I shot a quick couple of selfies of me and my boy with my point and shoot camera as we were delivering the office presents. So those are the pictures that I took. Excuse me. The office Christmas presents, Christmas blankets, to friends and business associates that I have known long since before Mac was born. Now Mac is almost as tall as I am. I made the rounds of my referral sources every Christmas time. It is a time to catch up and to gossip a bit about who's having Christmas parties and who will or won't be there. A time to predict what kind of legislative changes we might see in the next year, and a time to catch up on a personal level. Seeing Mac growing up just fills me with happy pride, and I was more than happy to show him off to my friends. Mac may be having trouble with 6th grade, but he does just fine in life. He is naturally helpful, smart, and funny. People love him, and his deep kindness shows through when he talks to people. He takes his job of carrying the blankets into each office very seriously. He stands with me as I talk to my business associates. He is respectful and patient. Watching and listening to him interact with my business friends is a special kind of warm, fuzzy, cozy, full of pride moment. I make a mental note to savor these moments. Mac loved how cozy and soft the blankets were. I gave one to each of the kids' teachers and then to each person on my list, and of course, one to Mac since he wanted one, and he did such a good job of helping me today. He seemed especially delighted to get books and a blanket all in one day. It was fun to have a little company during this somewhat routine work duty of mine. Mac even wanted to keep going when I said we should call it a day. We had a couple extra blankets in the car. I was like, let's call it a day. He's like, no, let's keep going. This is fun. Today was the warm, fuzzy feeling of those blankets come to life. Mixing my family with business, which is how family and business have always been for me. A combination of the two. As I grew up in and around my father's and both of my grandfather's family businesses, and have been in business with my husband for 17 years now. Family business is a way of life for me. Today with my son was kind of like a glimpse into the future. And so here I am choking myself up, right? With these photos that I was like, oh, these are self-explanatory. They don't need a photo. Okay, so today with my son was kind of like a glimpse into the future. Seeing my son in action with me. And later, during our family bike ride, while Mac and his daddy were having a friendly argument about bike brakes, and Daddy commented, "You ought to be a lawyer for as much as you enjoy arguing," I had to chuckle and call out, "Well, he does have 2 lawyers for parents, and you should have seen him today." I'm not sure. I hope Mac will be a lawyer someday. Maybe something with less arguing and more warm fuzzies, like raising husky puppies. That sounds like more fun. But I do hope he has some sort of family business. No matter what Mac ends up doing when he grows up, I am certain that it will be something that will fill me with happy pride. And so this page hopefully will fit right into that page protector. I think that it will. Right onto the back. And all I have to do is slide it in, and I could put washi tape on it, I could put embellishments on it, but I also could do nothing and just leave it just like that. One thing that I might want to do, if I had one thing to change, is maybe put this so you could read the photo, so I might just change it in this way. Let me just see. I might just add a page protector right here. Simple enough. So that here's the story and here's the photos. And then I can always add whatever else. Like I can always add filler to the back side of this page. One good way to add filler is to make a grid. So use some washi tape, or in this case it was foil tape, and I made a grid, and then once I get Christmas cards from my friends, I just use the little square punch and pop them in, so you don't have to save all those cards. You can just add them in this way, so 16 cards can go on one page. That's a time saver and a space saver. But this is one of the regrets about Christmas past is that I haven't been writing enough stories, and a super easy way to solve that problem is go to Story Swoop, and this is what it looks like. It's got this like sort of funny looking bird. Story Swoop, a free tool for swooping in to tell the stories of your life now. And really, like writing all this down didn't take more than maybe 10, 15 minutes. And that was because that was the first time I was doing the Story Swoop. My expectation is that if I did it again, it would go faster. But I have it all printed out. It's a free service from Masterful Scrapbook Design and Get It Scrapped. And I really encourage you to go over there and check out the free stuff. And I think that you, like me, will fall in love with all that is Debbie Hodge. So she's my scrapbook pick of the day is Get It Scrapped, but specifically Story Swoop, because it's free. It's a great little tool to try, especially for a photo that you think like, oh, that's pretty obvious. There we are. We're delivering the office Christmas gifts. Like, that's obvious, right? Maybe not. But this definitely tells the whole story. And I also think if you were just flipping through my December daily album, so here's my album. Here I am, I'm a relative, I'm flipping through. I think it's a little bit boring. It's fine to just keep on flipping. Like, you don't have to stop and read all that, but if you wanted to, it's there. And you could even put it in between your pages and have just a little tab. So if you really wanted, if you wanted to save on page protector space, you could just put it in between. And I do that a lot too. That is all for today. I'm off. I'm out and about, and I have something very exciting that I'm doing later today, and I'll be talking more about this. So I'll share a little bit later. Thank you for watching. I'm Katie Scott. My blog is called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking. Thanks for watching.